Okay, next we're going to talk about envelopes. Envelopes exclusively used to be down here, but now the ones that are tied to an actual sample are moved up to the top. So we'll just recap what these do. So amplitude, you can think like it's clip-based automation for this current sample. So we'll listen to the sample. So let's say I want to just cut out those chug chugs, so just, mute them. Do this. And that is time to the sample. So no matter where I play it on the keyboard, if I play it down lower, it'll always happen at the same spot. And even if I do something polyphonic, each one of those notes has its own individual sort of amplitude graph. Now I can right-click and reset the current envelope. I can copy envelopes from one to the other. And then you've got pitch, and it's the same rules for pitch. Just draw in what you want. And no matter where I play it, same thing. So reset that. Now the other envelopes are just emitters, so you can use them in the modulation. It just means that when you cross over a certain point in the sample, you could make it do something. You could make the flanger feedback go up higher, or do some roll-offs of EQ, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of new ones down here now, so just make sure that we're back to normal. Now these are voice-specific envelopes, which means that they are still applied per voice, but they're based on a time frame, which you can set. So right now I'm looking at 5 seconds. This sample is roughly about 5 seconds as well. So let's say that I wanted at 1 second the audio to cut out. Oh, I have to turn it on. There we go. Now, no matter where I play it on the keyboard, it's going to happen 1 second after that note on. Polyphonic. So that's really useful when you start doing things like, let's choose a random start position. So anyway, I'll just go for the first half of the sound. So whenever I do a note on, I'll just turn off the voice-specific envelope for amplitude right now. So it's randomly picking a start point. Now if I turn it on, it's always going to fade out after 1 second. So if I start doing crazy stuff, they all fade out after 1 second. So pan, it's the same thing, same rules. After 1 second, I can make it move to the left. And the same thing with pitch. So let's talk about what these things do. So I can hit set. If I know I want something very, very fast, so I'm going to go 1 second duration. So now whatever I draw is going to happen over the course of 1 second. And then I can turn loop on. Now this isn't looping the sound, it's looping this envelope. So when it reaches its end, so I'll really pitch it down on my keyboard. It should go back and do that same loop again and again. So let's turn that off. The other one you've got is a high pass frequency. So let's bring it back up to middle C. I'll just delete this modulation. So that's pretty self-explanatory what it's doing. And then you've got one for low pass as well. Now, you could have done this stuff with the effects, but you got to remember these are voice-specific envelopes. So the effects will do all of the voices. So we'll just do it. We'll go with low high pass. So if I hit a bunch of sounds, oh, got to turn it on, don't I? There we go. It's affecting both voices the same way. Whereas I do it this way, you can hear that each one gets filtered individually. Now the other one you got is a Doppler. So you just wanted to sort of draw in a Doppler curve. I'm going to eventually add more parameters to this, but just to give you an idea of what it sounds like. Too fast. So we'll set it to 4. Still too fast. How about 10? That's better. It's getting there. So you can draw in how extreme the curve is. And again, it's no matter where I play it on the keyboard, it keeps that time. It keeps that Doppler curve shape. And the Doppler does a combination of low-pass filtering, amplitude, and pitch, which means that if you've got the Doppler on, you can't have another one on. So if I try to turn on this pitch, it turns off my Doppler. If I turn my Doppler on, it turns off the pitch. You can't combine them. They're exclusive.